people. It's about education. It's about how well you cover your people. They have people that have to be nothing. They put it with everyone and get that from. Our marketers will come to power. In every market, at least 2 days separate our marketers, split around and gather boys to empower themselves. The money is there. But everything is not the because we are close.
You get to be talking to the president, you know, Putin.
The Senate set a trap of breaker. When we are wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their funding and attacked the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for the commissioner who decided from body from where and said the way forward is the Panama House discussion for peace. Then when brother come now, he is deceived by coming there, by the belong there, not be there, and you know where he's just thinking all kind of way, brother, all kind of thing. You want to go after people? Then you know the CDC control the lower house, the upper house. Mm-hmm. So they went some kind of way, some kind of thing they did, but they did a resolution that passed because of money problem.
Yes.
Then the Senate go the Senate. Mm-hmm. Then something happened. Wow. All of them almost time to Yombi house. Then the brothers that choose the money. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh. Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2% to sign. I was me, I was Barney, Jim Barney. So I went to cool. I said, what is going on? You were here when we have sent paper.
And yes, indeed, this is the point at which it all begins. What a great day. And of course, a great opportunity it is to be here, beaming live. And of course, engaging on these subjects that matter most to Liberia's growth and development. It is good to be back once more on the beautiful Wednesday morning from the nation's capital in Monrovia. This is the big station. This is the People's Radio, Freedom 87.9. Yes, we are back for another day of intriguing conversations and eye-opening discovery of issues happening in Liberia and other parts of our world, of course. We tell you the things as they are. We go back in history, bring you comparative analysis, widen your imagination, put you in the best position to reason around the issues in the country, and that is education. We help you to understand the history and trajectory of Liberia, a political trajectory of the country. Because an unexamined life is not worth living, so say a philosopher, a Greek philosopher. Life you live has to be examined and evaluated. Then you know exactly whether you're headed rightly or you're making some slight mistakes that you need to correct, and be sure that, of course, your life is headed in its most important trajectory. And that's, we go back in history, assess what happened, what did they lead to, what is happening now, what could it lead to as well, so that you take cue, so that you guide yourself, you govern, so that the leadership is reminded and they are not entirely overwhelmed by the privileges of the political offices they are occupying, because it's just a matter of time and they're going to be off these offices. There were people way before them occupying this office, and when they left, we all saw how they were. We're seeing how some of them are. They are beggars today, and it is about the way you live, the way you interact with the people, the way you treat people. When you create, when you make yourself, while you're in public service, you make yourself antagonist or an enemy to everybody. The day you leave, the society turns its back on you, and then you're left in a rejection. And that is a terrible life to live. We saw it when Mrs. Sirleaf was here. There were a lot of powerful people, very powerful people, extremely powerful people. When Mrs. Sirleaf left for the 6 years of President George Weah, we saw some of them begging for rent. We saw them begging for gasoline, for scratch card. We saw them hungry, great gapping, and organizing all kinds of protests just to be back in power. A few of them made it back to power, and some of them are still on the bench, angry and angry, poverty stricken, mouth dragging. Then President Weah is all out of power. A few of the folks who were so very arrogant while President Weah gave them the opportunity, where are they now? They've gone in oblivion. That's how life is. And you see, we're seeing heightened bigotry into this Bwaka, Liberia. We're seeing small kids being very rude to everybody. Like of Daniel Sano, then causing everybody, people who are well established, they think because they have some small, $5,000 job, so they're insulting every human being in the country. And my picking couple pass with all these kids, rude kids, untrained, indisciplined kids are insulting everybody for small, $2,000 job. And after 6 years, they're gonna be right back here trying to confess, be lying again. They'll be lying on the people they're working with now. Oh, that thing there, was that mistake with the people is a fool, or yeah, that's how you know you're beginning. That is level they will come out with. We know. But folks, it's good to be back. This is the Freedom Morning Rise. Like I said, there are too many things to talk about. Lots of things happening in the country. A pleasant good morning to you, our friends, our followers, and those of you in the diaspora. What's the menu? What are the issues to talk about? A redux of some of the most terrible experiences of our past. State clamped down on peaceful students, on armed students, innocent students, only advocating and, of course, calling for the instructors to be paid. People should not protest for you to pay people, but of course, this is it. For I'm told 6 months or so, the government of Liberia has not paid in full some of the MCSS school teachers, if not all of them. And so that has created a situation of displeasure among the teachers that have led them to laying down their chalks and the teaching materials. They have abandoned the classrooms, and this has prolonged. Students are being denied the opportunity to prepare adequately for the wax and other academic, processes and stuff. So this is causing them some kind of disadvantage, and they believe the government has not paid attention to them. So students for the last 2 days have been coming out. We saw them on Wednesday. They were very peaceful, very responsible, very mature. Or in fact, they resisted being tempted to talk to anybody or something. And yesterday we saw them again. Their purpose were clear that our lawmakers will have to come and talk to us. We have written letters. We have sent a caveat through the media. They're not listening. Abu and other people have been talking about it, telling you that, oh, there's a problem at the MCSS. There's a situation at the MCSS. The government has ignored, stupid government, have ignored all of those rare signs and all of that. And so the children came out. So all they had to do, this other Gregory guy, who sees the job he has as some kind of content creation opportunity where he passes around. But yes, he asks his guys again to fire tear gas on peaceful, unarmed, so teenagers. About 90 to 98% of them are below the age of 18, from what I saw. Teenagers, small children, they even get nothing. Nothing. They do not even have the capacity. You can stand, they can't, they blow your chest and stuff. The government took tear gas, pepper spray, tear gas at people children. Beat some of them with batu. Some are in hospitals now, some are even in jail because they arrested some, and or they're being held at the central, at the police headquarters. And this is sad. We were talking about it this morning. On yesterday, that was what happened in Monrovia, and this happened in the presence of ECOWAS mediation team. So right before they asked, they were able to see the ruthlessness that this government has adapted, so that whenever that something sparkle, they have a fair appreciation of exactly how police or government reactions are most likely to citizens when they're raising genuine issues, just as is in every other countries around the continent and in the region. So it is important that the government is putting itself on record with just everybody, and so the ECOWAS delegation, mediation team came. They're here. I'm told up to tomorrow, Thursday. So while here, the students say our teachers have not taken pay. Please consider paying our teachers. Gregory Coleman asks police people, put tear gas on the children, beat them with battle. All I know, just clear the road. Just anyhow you can clear the road, clear the road. This is exactly the instruction he gave, and this is wicked. This is terrible. This is militia. Right? We're not running a militia republic here. But anyway, this is how the rescue has turned out to be, and of course, a lot of the folks are feeling extremely disappointed. Folks, that is that. We are hearing that the government of Liberia has have made some kind of law that will increase taxes on basic essential, or that will put taxes on the people. So you're going to start, you see, the president made several useless trips out of the country, and he was unable to attract any meaningful investment to Liberia or any meaningful financial contribution to help in the governance process of the country. So now they have turned. They promised that they were going to generate $1 billion in revenue, right? That's what the government said. That guy from LRA said, you know, the Bandi FC, like Bandi FC now running. So the other Bandi men from LRA said they were going to raise 1 billion passing all around. They don't say heroin more, but anyway, we can understand now. So, but anyway, so the government actually said that they were going to raise 1 billion, assuming that they will consider what quote unquote they believe them that the CDC was ignoring, or if you may, for the most part, compromising. That they were not going to compromise these things. They were going to go for all these things and make sure that the country get 1 billion. You know how sweet it sounds to say it like that. So these people were here, they were stealing, they were compromising. The other person here were taking the other one, blah blah blah. So we'll collect all the money, we'll get you $1 billion. A looking shit now. You know, promise is different from reality or fulfillment. So the reality has set in and stuff. So now, what is basically happening as we're here in the corridor, right? I think there's something supposed to be out, but actually I don't have it yet. I heard it and stuff, but yeah, I think it's already signed. The president signed it, right? The president signed it, and it went to. So why the problem was in the legislature? Why they were still fighting over the leadership business? They clandestinely passed that law to increase taxes on the poor people. So imagine you don't get job already. You're suffering for your children and school fee, right? The cost of life is is on the verge of what? Skyrocketing under the rescue mission. And the good thing about it is everybody that's going to feel the pinch, right? So you and I is exonerated from it because you know you're a rescue soldier, or you supported Baka, or you like Baka so much, and you want to come on the radio to be causing on behalf of Baka. When the price of rent is affected, you will pay. The good thing I like, when school fee gets affected, you will pay. And I say, oh, when a green teacher you come, then you save. No, you will pay, Papa. When you finish paying, then you go sit down to that Taisha, you be doing draft defense. Yeah, the papa will chin the papa will wear. When you finish talking all that thing, Papa can't go pay, can't go buy the rest bear for 20 that. Right? So you see, this is it. So it affects everybody, and that's why after election, like we see in other countries, people have to de-escalate the political, campaign and stuff. At that point, you're not no longer you're no more any kind of party zealot. You gotta keep living your life defending party, even if they're failing the country and all of that. So because what happens as a result of that, you're depriving yourself. You're making politicians feel comfortable for not delivering, because you will always be there to support them. You will always be there to defend them. And that what politicians hate to know. Politicians likes it when they feel like the citizens are putting them on the hill. The citizens are on their back. Then at least they can deliver small. But you go ignore that one, you start defending, you say something. Or you finish defending, you go see you now, you start talking for the government, then you go back over. Then you tell the woman, "Mema bote." That means that woman not make it take, right? How you pay around moral whole day you defending Bwaka, defending the government. Then you go buy the woman, lay kobo, then you tell the woman, "Oh, woman, post on there, or they rest small." I thought your life okay, I thought everything fine with you, the government doing well. Then you go buy rest, you telling the man, oh my God, oh man, that's a disgrace, You shouldn't be doing that. The fact that you have the courage to be passing around defending the government, right, and doing all that you do for the government, you must not be the one, and asking Kobo people to add the rest up, because to add the rest up. You see, the size of that rest the woman giving you for 500, right? It's a reflection of how life is, how the country is. So when you go by 500 rest, you see it looking smaller, way by 200 rest. You must know that how the country has come. So when you go in the street passing around defending Bwaka now, when your wife can tell you, say, oh, so you have the market how you gotta add the sue money or 1,000 used to give, you gotta make it 1,300. Then you say, no, you gotta go manage. No, you picking for the woman. You rest, you come and wear your clothes to come enter to come defend rescue government. Then you having, and then you are telling the woman that the women they can jack all of your then you can go in the market, you'll be hitting you don't hear your husband or dancing in poo water. You jack all them. So you gotta go, the women, you gotta make sure you reflect, and the goodness of the rescue government in their pocket. So when you go there, they enjoy it. They can come outside. They can insult people for rescue to say the president doing well. So that must be reflected. So when you, the woman, and you go in the market, the president doing well, you go see the chicken fees about $50, they say 150. Good, the president doing well. So when he come home, when he finish passing around defending, when he come home, tell him, say, oh, the president doing well. The market not easy right now. The president is doing very well. So, Papa, that 500 you to get, you can't make it. Oh, the president doing well. You gotta get 1,000 now. You gotta get nickel. Yeah, or else that boni or co. Tell them, plain. Then when they eat that boni for 1 week, let's see how their tune will be on Kerry Street. Like you're the one pampering the thing. Man, something. But so yeah, folks, these things happen. And so on yesterday, we saw the ECOWAS delegation met with former President George Weah. They had a very beautiful discussion, I'm told. And so he used, former President George Weah used the opportunity to raise alarm about right. He used that opportunity to speak hearts and mind to the regional bodies representatives in the country so that these conversations will go loud and clear. And I'm going to read for you what former President George Weah said, something I agree in principle with, and I believe this is how much emergency we have on our hands. But folks, before I read that, let me inform you that the cash giveaway today is $20,000. 20,000 Liberian dollars that you all can win this morning by dialing star 799 star 70 hash. So kindly help us share our live and make sure our live reaches as much people as possible. I have a lot of breaking news for you this morning. I told you anytime you see us take our time to come, that means we'll get some things that you need to hear, that you need to know about. Right? So star 799 star 70 hash is the short code to qualify you this morning for $20,000. I know a lot of you have been kind of reneging on either playing or participating in the cash giveaway. Sometimes it is not because you feel you can win. You will hear people were winning and you know that people are winning, but things are hard. So to make the decision now, spend money, that decision making, that critical decision making, whatever it is, as much as it is a risk that you take in whatever economic venture. But if you have, for example, 500 on your phone, and you have the baby pampers to buy, and you have the food, you have to pay full money, and then you also want to participate in the game. And so because the money is small, so your decision making become, then you start to do elementary economics where you order your priorities. In ordering the priorities now, in most cases, sometimes the way you used to play the game for that time, maybe your late small things to come regularly, but now let me tell you, small things not coming anywhere. People that used to give you something. Like, come open, just to open the phone line. The way regularly for no matter how it be, how it hard, we buy around, Ali you, and you something. The people say used to reach out to now. Everybody trying to protect whatever little they have. The country is tough. But guess what? It's going to get even tougher. It's going to get even more difficult. So look, if you have to tighten your belt, you have to tighten it. But then, I don't know. Sometimes you don't tell the people say, "Oh, you gotta go do something." Well, too many people are selling in the markets. In the market, nobody buy. Right? So what are our people gonna do now? Do something. Right? Now you can understand why Liberia is gradually turning into some kind of drug state. So people are pushing drugs. Mr. President, this is how Liberia is. They open their stores, they open their shops, they go weeks. What they used to sell in one day, they can't even sell it in 1 week. But you promise that you're coming to rescue them. Where is the rescue? What is the definition of your rescue, Mr. President? Mr. President, you see, when we talk to you sometimes, it's not necessarily that we do not like you or like some people want to make it. No. Mr. President, we're only holding you accountable. We're only asking you to deliver. Mr. President, it is so much disappointing, as old as you are, for you to promise people and then you are like, say you promise the people, you passing around, you change your P trouser to neat fitted things, and you're wearing Ferragamo shoes, and you're wearing nice customized suits, and all of these, and you're flying private jet, as if to say everything is normal and okay in the country, Mr. President. These are our frustrations. So basically, as you enjoy these privileges and immunities, we have to remind you that look, your citizens are going to bed without food. There's no medication in the hospitals. Your teachers are not taking paid, Mr. President, right? Your superintendent at the MCSS is extremely corrupt. He has sexual exploitation charges or allegations hovering over his head that he has not cleared his name. Mr. President, can you ask for the report into Momo's sexual abuse case at the MCSS? It's important. Mr. President, you're not paying attention to all of these things. So we come here and say, oh, for us, we'll not be the regular praise singers. We'll tell you it as it is. So the cash giveaway is here. *799 *70 hash. $20,000 to walk away with. So I'm watching. As much as we get the threshold, we do the draw. So let's see. It's 2 minutes after 8 at 8:15. I will check it up. So it's *799 *70 hash. For those of you your first time. So yeah, that's what it is. When you dial *799 *70 hash, you wait a few seconds. There will be a prompt, and then you enter or select the currency, whether US or Liberian dollars. I'm sorry, and then you wait a few more seconds and enter your password to confirm the transaction. So let me read for you what the former president said on yesterday in his meeting with the ECOWAS delegation that came to Liberia. Boakai undermining Liberia's peace, democracy, and security. Former President Weah tells ECOWAS delegation. March 25, 2025. Former President George M. Weah met with a high-level ECOWAS delegation today, which was yesterday, at his office in Painesville for critical discussions on the state of governance and security in the country. Liberians, President Weah's office, as in Painesville, is where he held this meeting with ECOWAS people. You understand? Now, The talks particularly centered on upholding the rule of law, a fundamental pillar for Liberia's progress. Amid rising tensions within the House of Representatives of the national legislature, the former president criticized the conduct of the Bouakai administration and its support for the lawless actions of some members of the House of Representatives, which he says is detrimental to Liberia's democratic process. It was clear. Quote, my decision to concede defeat before the announcement of the final result and promptly congratulate President Bouakai after the election was to safeguard our nation's peace and stability by reducing post-election tension, he said. You all know the tension that was in the country. Sakila Yimale had organized 50 rebels in red clothes in Lofa. The EFFL has organized themselves into a militia group with machetes in their hands, passing all around, terrorizing people, sending arms, fear. Yeke Koluba had also organized a group. I don't know how he coded them, but he had a group that he organized. My own big brother, A.B. Kuma, and his own people then too had their own ex-combatant and they put together. Bodnike had his own death squad that he had put together, trained, and they were there in his, Coca-Cola factory community area way there. So all these threats were around, all these things threatening the peace. And then the now president, then Kennedy Bouakai, had gone to Bikana and threatened, understanding that with all these militia, establishments around him and the weapon that they have brought in the country and they were hiding and all of that, it is the weapon they're trying to register now. You remember the executive order the president passed? Those guns they brought, that the guns they are basically trying to register and legitimize them and get them with their guys. But look, all that thing can stop hungry and angry people. So the people now, they put hunger and reach the level. Me, I have you tell you, say, your way, the people, they hunger and come, but they come. So when the hunger reach to the place, you can come pull a moa there, the pull war. You all follow the children. Are you following now the issue in Turkey? Right? So when the people resolve it, they coming out, forget about that thing you're talking about. So all these threats were there. And it was clear. It was clear that our president, we have won the election, the guy was prepared to run this country into some kind of post-election violent situation. Because clearly the guys were determined to no moment. We can't sit down for another 6 years. No way. We can't sit down for another 6 years. And then we'll fire a gun and then some kind of arrangement will have some kind of interim arrangement. Just so, but we can't, what? No, we can't sit down for 6 years. This is how desperate they were. And that's why President Weah came and re-emphasized to the ECOWAS delegation. So look, as much as all of you and all of that in respect, he says, for me, I look beyond the politics and the power struggle, the power things, and I look beyond that and see my country. It's like some people, a man with the capacity to see the future some way, somehow. So I took a decision to concede defeat and in fact announced and congratulated this man who and his followers were threatening the peace of this country that we all labor for. Bouakai did not labor for Liberia peace. Every time the people were somewhere talking about peace, Bouakai was not there. Bouakai was always behind the scene negotiating how to get corruption job. Go sit down to agriculture ministry. His own friend fire him. His friend had to fire him. Imagine the point at which your friend will fire you for corruption. That means your action was so embarrassing. You embarrassed the man. So you fire that old man, you get fire him, say is steal. For stealing benefit, just fire when you go. Appearance on story pie a plenty. So the Colon Malaysia we are considered and turn the country over basically for the primary reason of reducing post-election tension. And we all saw that. That was great. As much as most we as supporters did not like it, and some officials have used that as a basis to distance themselves from we are today. They say, "Oh, how the man go get an election," or some of them they feel like they can't trust we are decision making anymore and all of that. But look, these are all selfish people, like Burger kind of people like that. We ain't talking about those people, but somebody who thinks about the stability and the peace and tranquility of the country and take a decision. That person love all of us. But the one who said no, Upper, go get the election to the people, blah blah blah. The one not correct. Are selfish people there. So when they distance themselves from former president, I think it's a good thing. In fact, they should go away. Those were the devils around the man. So these devils you'll continue going. You should keep going until you go join the Baka devil camp. Because that's where you people actually belong. So ECOWAS there, ECOWAS say, really? Now, we've gotten to understand why the men made the unprecedented decision in this region. Such decision has never happened, rarely happened in this region. So now we understand. Wow, this is a demonstration of patriotism. I mean, that's ECOWAS. This is exactly what they were thinking in their head when somebody tell you this, because the entire world was shocked when we did that. Least to talk about ECOWAS or Africa as a whole. So now that we is explaining, and now they're able to see through we are explanation, the demonstration of love beyond politics and power. This is what every country needs. So that's why we advocated then that when you have a man like we are, who has a clearly defined and of course demonstrated love for his country, all you need to do, the experts, the professionals should rally. This is a rallying point. Rally and bring on board your expertise to contribute to the transformation and development of your country. Oh no, the folks said no. They made a strong man who can. No, but the difference between you and the man, you are selfish, you're self-seeking, but the man is demonstrating and prioritizing the country and the well-being and stability of the country first, unlike you. Let's see what is happening today as Baka is taking decision, plunging the country into war. The country is on the brink of crisis. Liberia today is on the brink of crisis. Just anything, which we're not praying for, but these are the hard truth. The disappointment, the frustration, the disenchantment, just everything. Just look around you. Violations of people's rights. Furthermore, Mr. Weah noted that the vices of the Unity Party administration as we are experiencing today, some of which are outright violations of the Constitution, clearly, the disregard for the 10 laws, the unconstitutional act of removing a speaker for no cause defined in the laws of the country, and of course the illegal and unconstitutional recognition of a junta rebellious gang of legislators who abandon their duties and function and lie down in hotel and have uncontrollable social activities, abusing state resources. Over 6 million we're hearing were used in the entire process of the illegal removal of Funanti Kofa in a country like ours. And you all don't see that as a point of displeasure. And you open the phone lines, some other tribal bigots will call you and thinking they have to defend Baka. You can open your mouth here. And, me, I'm fasting. I don't Sonny, so I beg in your respect yourself. Okay, talking about some of which are outright violations of the Constitution, pose a grave threat to the peace and security of Liberia. Don't you see it? I just told you that the country is on the brink of what? Some kind of tension. Because when you You're not more Liberians than anybody. You're not more citizens than anybody. You're not more better human being. So if you start to abuse other people, take power, and start doing things, so you develop within them a sense of resentment for the state. Look at how unpopular the police is. The slightest opportunity citizens have, they flock police officers. You think it's supposed to be like that in a normal environment? The police is supposed to be our friend. The presence of the police is also supposed to show respect to the state. So when you see the citizens drawing line with law enforcement, you see the citizen getting a free when law enforcement come in the battle. You see police officers are wearing helmets, covering their face like jihadists in the day, afraid for people to see them and identify them. These are the killer machines. So they don't want you to see them. They don't want you to know their faces. It has not been like that, right? That's not how we know our police. Oh, okay, Papa, each other, we see, we boss each other, blah, opa. Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, baby. And, that's how the society has been. When we come here, we finish talking our shit more, we chill with our policemen and stuff. But right now, some auto even go around Central, we're afraid. Some kind of parties either they take uniform and put their own partisans and put them in the police force. I want to see few of them that I know. I put it right in their face. I say, you are a partisan police. I put it right in their face. I know. The other time I did it to one, and then he had to come in my inbox trying to justify and trying to say, oh, my man. So I call him out. I said, look, man, you're a young man, but you have to be careful. Let's say Baka goes for 12 years. It's still going to end. Right? So you have to be careful. You have to serve the state. Everybody. The people who you think are seditious, they are Liberians. Your primary objective as a law enforcement officer is to protect Liberians. They don't say protect unity partisans. So if politicians are misleading you, you're not forced to take instruction. And you police officers, the uniform police officer got to be on Facebook justifying political actions and decisions. The police inspector general goes to CEO, an intellectual center, spoke like a clear politician, clearly defining his target, clearly stating that, yes, we are coming after these people. Is that how law enforcement people speak? Is that how police officers around law enforcement leaders? Gregor is a dull man, an empty-headed man. The man is a complete, imposter. The man did not go police school. He does not have the basic fundamental policing training. Gregor does not. I'm challenging him on the radio. Gregor does not have the basic fundamental policing training. He's not. He's not part of those Liberian law enforcement people who went through the ranks and file of quality policing training. No, that's an opportunity because the society is such that, patronage, elitism, and people see people, they're in the same church or they're in the same Masonic organization, and they see, oh yeah, I'm picking there, yeah, blah blah blah, promoting some kind of way, Chris Massacre, and all of them did what they could. You saw the man rose. You attend one or two conferences, you think the situation you be faced, where you have to make critical policing decision. Every time you have a small little thing, you got to use pepper spray. Pepper spray fini. The French government, sorry for you, they give you small pepper spray. Yeah. MCSS student also, you take pepper spray, you pull it. I heard what the higher own policing training. Anytime you see people sit down somewhere small, they spend 30 minutes, 1 hour. You say you pour pepper spray on the people. You pour tear gas on the people. Students. The man is now a policeman. The man is an imposter. It's only like, bro, you see these kinds of people. People look at track record, look at your background, your education, your training. You can make imposter and make him police inspector general out of patronage, and see how he's leading the police. See how see the state. He's risking the life of the ordinary police officers. Police officers that were being graduated to democratic policing. Look at who they're turning into. They're turning into malicious. Because at this point, the police people too are putting all defense now. Because the citizen is angry, the policeman's life is at risk. Trust me, sometimes the policeman's life is at risk. So It's not supposed to be that way. The public no longer see the police as their friend. And you think things are normal? The people who are angry, police have manhandled people. They're marking their faces. They're looking at the children. They're chasing their home. Police lives is at risk. One man is endangering the life of all of his colleagues, and he thinks he's providing leadership. The day you leave from that, some of the action you're leading the men to is going to haunt them for many, many years. It's going to haunt them simply because they had some kind of imposter presiding over them, giving them all kinds of terroristic instructions. And as a result of that, the sour relationship or the sour relationship with the community. This is what is happening in Liberia. In response to President Weah, the ECOWAS reaffirmed its commitment to regional stability and pledged its continued support for Liberia democratic institutions. Democratic institutions have been undermined, have been abused and disrespected. Do we have some? Where's the governance commission? Are they all pleased with how things are? Where is Alaric Topa? His long-time advocates for social justice, human rights, economic inclusion and participation. Where are the voices? Why are they not talking now? Where is Commonwealth Wise? Yeah, they might be old, but these are voices of more recently because they were around during the struggle days. They stood up in the face of repressive regime, and these things are we're seeing them again remake themselves. Oh, Alaric Toba is the head of the governance commission. He sits there asleep, and Fumoya is the one who is supposed to be registering illegal weapons in Liberia now. You see the contradiction? People who are advocating for democracy before are the hands now that are being used to perpetuate, autocratic tendencies, document them, satisfy malicious attitude. Sakila Numale will take his red clothes boys in their guns. They will go to. The country is headed dangerously, though. But guess what? The president is sick. President is sick, his wife is sick, his wife is terribly sick. So let me read this for you so that you know what we're talking about here. We're in trouble, though. And this is it. The president is sick. The president's wife is extremely sick. Dangerously ill. All right. Has been there dangerously. It was on the 3rd of March, around there. The very beginning of March, though. That I got informed that the First Lady had left the country. In fact, she was sick. She was sick, and then they were treating her to JFK and stuff. But she nearly died from respiratory complications. So they had to rush her out of the country to Ghana. And up to that 3rd of March, she had been in Ghana. She was not at the JFK, but the 14 military hospital. Your AFL friends, you know that working there, whether the First Lady was not admitted there. If I'm lying. She was there for about 2 weeks or a little more. And then these things keep deteriorating, and then they reach a point of emergency, and they have to fly her. They had to fly her out of the country to Ghana. And she's been there for roughly about a month. Situation has not improved. Situation has not improved. So basically, what I can confirm is that over the weekend, when you saw the president left the country, said he was going for a private trip, the president was going to Ghana because of the urgency around the health of his wife. Regrettably sick. To go there and make a decision and be able to see, because he didn't want to be far off. So be able to see his wife. It's part of the reports he was getting. Go there, let me go there. You all can understand a family thing. Right? You all can. So go there, sat on the bed, held his wife's hand. To make a decision on whether to fly her out to Turkey or India. Braga has almost canceled America. No. Braga people not considering America anymore. So America was off the picture. For whatever reason, I do not know, but they feel like they can't trust America, they can't go to America. That's what I'm hearing in the cycle. So Turkey or India were the two on the list because the surgery that's required is very rigorous one. Because my source confirmed to me that her condition had worsened beyond respiratory complication as it was in Liberia, respiratory and kidney complication, as well as liver failures. So at that point, President was important to sit down and make a decision with the children. What to do. So the family is going through a lot. And I'm in sympathy with the family. We have I have political disagreement with the Braga family, but I do not have personal disagreement with them. It is Braga and his supporter that have personal disagreement with me, but I do not have personal disagreement. If Braga stops stealing the country, start permitting all kinds of narcissist attitude in Liberia, trust me, we are good. We're going to see each other there. I say, my baby, what's up? If I would do grandpa pay, I know how to do that even more. But you can't divide the country and you think we should be okay and you're thinking, your time and doing nonsense and stealing and supporting all kinds of terrible things and beating people, beating other people's children while you have your children in private school. But we'll come to that. This one is important. Because they say beyond every successful and productive man, there is a strong woman. Right? So it is troubling if you have a home where the man is weak and then the strong woman that's supposed to be there to give strength is also weak. Then we're in trouble. What kind of country do we have? The wife that's supposed to be the backbone has turned out to be an invertebrate. The backbone not there. So the president is literally an invertebrate in the sense of a strong family man who has a support system on all fronts. And this must claim all of our attention because it's dangerously troubling. So the reason you can't usually on the wife, because in an event where the president is faced with a very critical decision, and because of the political complexity of things and how they are, so you rely on your wife. Your wife is always going to be your backbone. Your wife, for the most part, will not trip on you. It is rare. So sometimes you may doubt your advisors because they could have some political inclinations that you may not want to trust. So sometimes you go lastly to a wife, but the wife is not talking. Then it becomes a problem. So where do you turn to? So the state is left like that. So you see how Kun is throwing big parties and celebrating and moving around and passing around, going to the national team, giving it, I don't know, they say how much he get the national team, nonsense. And then goes to Nimba and talk loosely like one elementary child, and stuff, refuse to understand the capacity and the position he occupies. It sounds so very divisive and undermining of the credibility of our electoral process and all of that. But he does not realize that power is power has gradually entered his head, has overwhelmed his brain. And this is where we are. The entire family has flown to be by the Oman Shah in Ghana. So the president had to go there. So the decision was that while they are there, the stepdaughter, Ami Muda's sister, would be the Oman caretaker, be providing care because of situation wasn't or isn't promising, even as I speak now. Mansus tells me also that it will be God's grace. And that's why it's important that, the Pope, the Pope of all present, the Pope is like a small God for the Catholic people, right? The Pope is sick. Every minute along the line, the Vatican is updating the Catholic war and the general war about the Pope health, the condition, every step along the line, the war is providing prayer, offering prayer for the Pope. So how come you can see something to even pray? So public officials' health and things are really not private, man. Unless when people have other things under their sleeves, but it's meant to provide public updates so that we know. And then it allows the state to prepare in other ways. So the decision as to whether they have gone or they've decided Turkey or India is something that we will know before the close of the day. And we'll definitely let you know. So I bring this in to let you know about the state of the president now. State of the president now. And the state of affairs of the country is impacted by that. The state of affairs of the country is impacted greatly by the stability of the first family. The first family is troubled. Unscrupulous elements in the government uses that as an opportunity, as a loophole. That's what they're doing because the president right now is bothered about his wife. The president is thinking he's overwhelmed by the situation with his wife. Already his wife was was like that, then it wasn't again, all of that things. So yes, this is it. So I'm going to pause. I'll come back to conclude, and then we will transition to the MCC thing and where we believe people acted unfairly and all of that. So let me come to the cash giveaway. And you see, all you have to do is to always have faith and live with faith. So we come here, like we told you all along, we talk and have these programs to help ourselves and help each other, particularly you, our ardent followers and listeners. And you all know the process. The process has been here. But sometimes you can be so discouraging. So which one you want to do? So let me call frequent players, and they will tell you how much they receive. Say your buyer still checking for 20,000 is no joke. 20,000 you will not know until when you receive it, you see the problem is solved to the house. star 799 star 70 hash. You're good to go. Star 799 star 70 hash is the short code. Star 799 star 70 hash. So this person have not picked. Let me call them back because these conversations are going to get very interesting, very fiery. Well, let's do. Let's make people in that when you read, pick something. You're not just seeing a regular, beautiful, you know. So, well, at the end of the day, you generalize it's basically an educational section. I like to do. Oh, tell you things where you go, you sit down, you think about it, you read through it yourself. Okay, I'm sure this number ending in 17 one of our regular players that just won themselves some thank you or complimentary bonus for them 2 times a month. So, move to the next. Good morning. Fine. No, that's me by itself. Fine. My name is Abu Sharif. I'm calling from Freedom FM. The system shows that you're a regular player of our cash here with that correct? Okay. Have you won before? Since when you started playing? Pay time today or recently? Okay. But send you someone a message. Nancy, you want to tell us how much is it? Yeah, we send you some small thing for being a regular player, okay? So congratulations. So you get more energy now to keep pushing for the $20,000. All right, congratulations. So let's go to another. I don't know. I don't know. It seems the brother did not for it. But anyway, the country work out second speak to us. So the man for it. So let me call another person. This is cash giveaway time. So let me call another person. In life. So your own good thing will keep it on until because our target is for everybody to be part of it. Every time we go to meeting, we tell the folks. Okay, so we have this person. Hello, good morning. Yeah, good morning. You're live on the radio. This is Freedom FM. Our assistant. What is your name, first of all? Okay. Mrs. Allison, you are a regular player of our cash giveaway. Is that correct? Since when you began playing the game? Sunday morning was the first time you started playing. So all along you've been hearing about cash giveaway. Okay. Monday you play? Or what about Tuesday? What about this morning? Okay. And then when you played it 9 times, so you see the frequent players. So all along your entire cash giveaway history that 9 times you don't play. And we say you something so that you saw it right at how much? Okay, 1,000. So that 9 times you play that how much you spend? 900. So you get $100 bonus. So we got 20,000 today. So you can play also. You know the code for that? Star 799 star 70. Okay. Congratulations. Okay, so that's the first batch of frequent players. I'm going to tell the guys to send up more frequent players here so that we can use that to boost uh, the transactions and the play right here on the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. So we did not meet the threshold. In keeping with the rules of the game, we can't do draws for the 20,000. So those of you out there, you have to buckle up so that we can pay out some of the 20,000 we have here because it's predicated upon the threshold. Once it's met, then we can go ahead. So once we meet the threshold, then we can play the cash giveaway on star 799 star 70 high. So today is $20,000, and you just need $200 to play. Each time you play, the system is going to require you 200 like $20. And so as it is now, the more you play, as always, of course, the better the chances are to win. So you're targeting $20,000 this morning, and let's say you have $2,000 on your phone. You commit $2,000. If you're lucky and you win, you're gonna get. If you're lucky, you win. You commit $2,000. If you're lucky, you win. You're gonna get what? $18,000 profit, which is fair. Go Wallace and go to auction and go sell and see whether in the whole day today you waste $18,000 profit, right? I doubt that. So this person we were calling, hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning, sir. You're live on the radio. This is Freedom FM. No, but before you go to yes, so you even call your name, you speak to all. I say hello, you speak to all. So speak to all. Mm-hmm. So what is your name? Ezekiel. Mm-hmm. So what happened? The time she play. Okay, so she play and money go to the phone. You not tell her say, oh, the player you play money come to the phone. But ever since the money go, you not call. I mean, or you forget, eh? You wanted to add it. You wanted to add it. You forget. Oh. Nobody, but the man on the phone, the woman play the man can the else and you call the woman. Yeah, don't want to continue the pack out. Put money in the can. Yeah. All right, tell us it because she play, and I'm sure she play very consistently. So she won $1,000. Okay, and we get 20,000 now. Today, people playing to win 20,000. A lot of people participating. So if you want join to, or you yourself want join, the code simple star 799 star 70 hash. Okay. Yeah. So you can hustle in the 1,000. Maybe if you get the 20,000, you tell that one pass, you carry you or you'll go chill. All right. Congratulations. Bye bye. Yes. So we are still here and trying to make sure we fulfill our side of the business bargain with the radio entertainment people. So let's do the cash giveaway, and then when you're able to make it happen, then we can move to our next round of conversation. So let me take what would come stop up and see what comes stop up bridges on. Let's see, probably the guys will be playing. Come back, we'll see, we check it up too. If it is good, then we can do the draw and transition to next set of conversation this break.
Stop on Liberia. When they set it to interior, Crime Stop. They keep it us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stop. Stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stop on Liberia. When they set it to interior, Crime Stop. They keep it us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stop. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stop. Stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stop on Liberia. When they set it to interior, Crime Stop. Keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stop. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stop. Stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stop on Liberia. When they set it to interior, Crime Stop. They keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Okay, thank you very much, Crime Stopper Liberia. And folks, yes, the cash giveaway *799 *70 has to walk away with 20,000 Liberian dollars on the show this morning. So we're about to look at the what happened on yesterday with the MCSS students. Were so very unfortunate and undemocratic. It's important that we have conversations about these because these the kids could be ours and all of that. When you see politicians being very heartless and selfish and treating other people, children in disdain, it tells you exactly how we have to look. We have to look more at how we make political decisions, right? On the kind of people we want to send to public office and all that. But let me take calls. Let's take some calls on the conversations we had earlier. At 9 o'clock, we will transition to that other discussion, but I think it's important that we place emphasis on what former President Weah said. There are a lot of you, so let's hear what you think about it. Do you agree? I mean, the points he made, particularly with regards to how the Bouakai government is leading the country. The former President Weah said the Bouakai government is undermining Liberia's peace, democracy, and security. What do you think about that? Observing from everything that's happening in the country, do you agree with former president on it, or what would you want to add in terms of or that former President George Weah in his meeting with them talked particularly centering around what is happening at the legislature, particularly the House of Representatives. The former president criticized the way and form and manner in which the Bouakai government is conducting her administration and its support for lawlessness, particularly at the House of Representatives and all that. He even went on to reference his decision for which he left the country. He turned power over and conceded electoral defeat to Bouakai and called him up and congratulated him way before the conclusion of the final tally of the elections results and all that. So, President Weah believes solely he did that to protecting and reducing post-election tension in the country. But it seems the government is not interested in that, and we are seeing the resurgence of tension. We're seeing the resurgence of bad governance, and of course, breakdown in the rule of law and all of that. But even before that, there's another statement he also made that's important for us to look at as well. And then we can open the phone lines and hear from you, the people, right? And hear from you, the Liberian people. It's important, right? It's important that we understand these things, and then we know how things are proceeding in the country. So they say Bouakai gave the entire Muslim people 5,000 bag of rice. So to divide the rest now is not easy. Trouble not come. So the whole Magibi country, I know they get them 50 bag of rice. So it's not easy. Okay. So that was the meeting. So prior to that, former President Weah met the UN delegation, the United Nations delegation and emphasized threats and intimidation in Nimba during elections will be rejected. His Excellency George Weah informs UN in discussion with the United Nations Resident Coordinator, Madam Christine Omotuni, part of ongoing consultation with local and international stakeholders. His Excellency George Weah expressed unease over reports of intimidation directed at potential voters in Nimba County before the upcoming senatorial by-elections in Nimba. We play you the Jeremiah Kuhn conversation. These are the intimidations. When you look at the people and tell them, if you do not vote for Koga, you will see. If you do not vote for Koga, your vote with this. And with Koga threatening other people that if they do not vote for him, he will go after them. He will do this, he will do that. All of these things are undemocratic. For one person, we have requested the UN to closely observe the situation in Nimba, plus the wider national security and democratic atmosphere, cautioning that early signs of rule of law breakdown could sabotage regional and international efforts to maintain peace in post-conflict state. President Weah also highlighted the current turmoil in the national legislature and the disrespect shown by some lawmakers towards the Supreme Court of Liberia, labeling these behaviors as reminiscent of the very issue that once caused crisis in the country. His Excellency George M. Weah mentioned he has raised similar worries with representatives from the European Union and the Vatican during recent meetings. So every opportunity he has had, he is speaking about the urgency and the breakdown in our rule of law and the security threats that's hovering. For where President Weah says and what he sees and in fact, he's entitled to national security briefings, right? At that level, he's entitled to national security briefing, and then the man is raising these with our international partner. Folks, let's hear what you think. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104. You have to look over your shoulders. Just yesterday, I read somebody post from A.B. William of Kings FM posted that a man who was, I don't know, one of the security of the Speaker Kofa, in the man community, the man went to go watch football game. NSA folks abducted the man and they took him to some torture chambers and they torture him and all of that. So you see what is happening in the country. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104 are the numbers to call. And of course, you will be live. Let's hear you. Let's hear what you think. This is your country. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Good morning.
Good morning. So what is happening now? Tomorrow, that will be speech to all the folks sitting with our brothers. Let's just one country, one of the so the country election, their arguments, their argument that I don't want to put forward, good stuff, one thing, talking what you said yesterday, yesterday you were protecting your nobody will have to do
Do you agree that the Barker administration is undermining liberal peace, democracy, and security? All right. Thank you very much. Good morning. Go ahead, Joseph. Okay, thank you very much. Let's take more calls. Let's take more calls on this other line. Let's see. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my dear brother. How you doing?
I'm fine. Edmo Kai, let's hear you.
Yeah, that statement that comes from the president, the former president of the Republic of Nigeria, very, very timely. It is important because one of the reasons why the president let go the presidency at the time, quote unquote, it would be on he wanted for the Liberian people to be peaceful. He had threatening statements that were coming from the opposition at the time, so he let it go. So to see a government that you or sitting president peacefully turn over power, based behavior the way in which the government is behaving, I think it was just something that okay before the very important community that were here with us, in validation ECOWAS and all that stood in the gap for Liberia doing our targeting. So it was very, very important. We don't know. How do you come to power? Everybody that you refer to is not your supporter. You chase them out, you bring in your own people. But the new one that are happy.
Has it reached a point of national security war?
Yeah. But why you when I'm talking in India about because war dangerous than any other thing that you can think about. Because I don't sound so for myself. I don't sound it means that you have people, still a handful of people living on zero life. You see what will happen?
But that is life. That is life. That is life now. Everybody pack it will not be filled at the same time.
Yeah, bro. The environment is big creation. You are getting your chicken. I should be able to put my one body in my photo. And you will bring all. That is not life, bro. We are aware. If you are eating your photo bring away your body, I should be able to carry your car. But it's not happening. The disparity is too wild on a black guy. So it is a serious national security responsibility that we talk about it because we don't have visa in our passport. We don't have the means to take the border to cross the line. We didn't want to be here because I think we can also our way here. So it was important to quickly talk about our fight today. Our hands are up to all. We pray that she get 4 kids. That's how she's the wife of the president because of his message, the leadership. We're not going to shake that to her. We pray that she get okay. And our only prayer that if this will also bring down Waka, let me consider doing that thing they wanted to do earlier. Because they got this person that we see here, they're going to be sick, they're going to be disaster, they're going to be dangerous.
What is it they wanted to do earlier? What is it they wanted to do earlier?
Oh yeah, we have a year draft. That time comes, if she cannot make it, they will execute 3 military force for the doctor to take home instead of getting onto that too. You don't want to look. These guys are sick. Thank you.
Very interesting. Thank you very much. And so, let's take hello, good morning. So what is your name? Okay, from Topo Village, you said your lawmaker is wait now. Okay, so what do you mean? What is the difference between working for you and working for the rule of law? Hello, what is the difference between working for you and working for the rule of law? Yeah. Yeah, so when he was working for the rule of law, how is that different from working for you? Tell us. So who does the rule of law benefit? The rule of law is being upheld. Who does it benefit? No, I come in now. You represent your, but let's talk about the rule of law. Do you know? No, you're going to talk. Finish the other one. Finish the one, you go to the top. And I'm making it time. So go to the topic. Hello. Hello. Yeah. And you say your lawmaker working for the rule of law? Okay, so I'm asking now that he is working for the rule of law. How is that now equal to working for you, the people? So do you know what the rule of law is? What is it? What is the rule of law? Yeah. No. You can't come. You say something about the lawmaker. You got to clear it now. Because your friend is listening to you. Yeah. So what is your name again? Okay, Harrison. Yeah. Hmm. So who is the rule of law? No, but you say he's working for the rule of law. And I want to ask you, do you know what the rule of law is? So what is it? What do you know about the rule of law? What do you know? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Good morning.
The man telling you, they like to have something to be out of the day.
When people working for the country, then when they stealing, they clapping, you forget that already. I mean, yes, I said the man working for the rule of law. I thought he's only like that.
No. Yeah, but Abu, it is very true, based on the information that you provided to us, related to the president, wife. I think we are concerned, all our country should be concerned. One of the issues is that our president is not also well, and having the schools panel not being well to the stage that anything can happen. I think it is worrisome, and we ought to pray to see how best he can recover. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, and I agree with that. So let's take one more, and then we can transition. Let's say working for the rule of law. So you want a law because it works for the rule of law. So what you want is law because it works. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
This is James Sumo.
Go ahead, James.
My help here.
Go ahead, James.
So I don't follow this thing that we are working with democracy is very complex. And it requires the mind to make argument into democratic process.
That's correct.
Somebody is working, you say somebody will go make farm. While the person is going to be clearing the land, but the first product of planted, there is hot sun and they are dying off. So when the person turns around to water them, you will say they're not working. The person who says the law because it's not working for them, or it's not working for him, working for the law. They may want to make law. But the bigger law that covers the whole law is being broken. What law are you going to follow? A broken constitution that you think will hold. So when the people are repairing the law, trying to resist the people breaking the law, they say they are not working for you.
Yeah. And the good thing about it, the man is a law. The man is a lawmaker, and he himself admit that the man is working for the rule of law. The man is a lawmaker and working for the rule of law. So that means the man is working for what he's supposed to be working for, right?
Yeah, I just really acknowledge that the man want to be farm, but he's going to be clearing the land by this time. Because the soil is too hot. The crops that are already planted, they are dying off. The man want to carry on irrigation to water them. So because he's going to be clearing land by now, and he's watering the crop that is dying off, so he's not working. So if you are clearing the land, the first crop down, what will happen?
Okay.
What require to get them? But we don't expose everything to that here, we know what to do. You can't see on let the way they shit.
Thank you. So yeah, folks, that's exactly what it is, and we will hold it right here on this subject. And it's important. You see, like when we have to know what we want, we have to know. Uh, Basically, we have to understand what we want. That means please, Pastor. Pastor, what is it?
Yeah, Abu, thank you. Again, it's a pleasure. And let me say thanks for always speaking for our people. So, I mean, you guys are honor that mandate to ensure that the right things are done. In doing that, you will meet with some of the people who have done their responsibility. You know, yeah, I mean, you'll be confronted with all kinds of people. Either they learn and they super in what they learn, or they just living by ignorance. You know, you kept the fool on the line, and the fool have got nothing.
I basically did it so he will redeem himself. Well, of course.
Yeah, no, that man is embedded with look, mommy, Abu, you guys are on a trail. Because so even if I with those kinds of people who have are buried in the sand, it tells you because it's in trouble. And these are the people who are again in the process of making decisions. Yet the way we sit on the shore in the rule of law and working for the rule of law. What is most important? I don't know your government, they're upholding and defending the constitution of the country. All this is saying it is because of him and the rest of the people. But they don't know that. And, you know, by the time it happens again, let me join the rest of the police to say we wish the first lady a speedy recovery. We will not be like them. They were always wishing us death. They were always praying for President we are to die. We will not be like them. We want them to be healthy, even though it is very clear that at that stage of their life, I mean, it's shocking. I mean, all of us are aware that when you reach that age, I mean, there are 3 stages of life. All of us are aware. I mean, that stage of their life, I mean, death is at 80% or 90%. I mean, but it's all these things. This is about myself. I mean, he's not happy. It's just that the president says the company by these kinds of things, you know, to give you the care and all kinds of. So again, we pray that she recovers and come back to Labrador and continue to see our money. Thank you.
Continue to see our money. That's how. But anyway, folks, this is it. This is like sometimes it becomes so very, very. So let's see what is happening on the front of the cash giveaway, because we're very determined to make some beautiful payments. Yeah, we want to have people smiling, having some. So right after which we're going to talk about the unfortunate situation with the MCSS students. And for those of you that can follow us regularly, I know there are a lot of you that do that. You will agree with me that with Samsung, with our whole MCSS thing here. But unfortunately, we have a government infested with people who think that they can listen to certain people, they don't listen to certain people. And every time I come here, we say things and we leave from here within a matter of time, it happens. And there is something I know, something I've heard, but I want I like to make sure of this Google fact there. Because I hold your, I mean, I'm accountable to listeners, the people who look at all the radio stations, all the shows and say, me, I will be listening to you know, or the freedom money asking for my information. So we are very, very careful, and we like to verify. So now we can take. For the most part, we want to change magicians, but we're just making sure we're following the ethics of the profession. What is it? So yes. So let's give out some money here on the show this morning. Let's be That's what this is. That's what so you two can be a fan. Somebody's going to win 20,000 right now. But the good thing is, the person has to pick your call. If you not pick your call, let's say, right? So let's do this for this. Ringing. You're all hearing the phone is ringing. So star 799 star 709. Hello, good morning. I'm very fine. My name is Abu Tariq. You are live on Freedom FM. You know Freedom? Oh, you've been winning? What is your name? Oh, Poningama. You're not Poningama. So the other camera man looking at. But anyway, you like you camera. Nothing about but no issue. For Mohamed Kamara, say you been winning. If you're not moving on in the music, because I see you by your music, Kamara. If you're not moving in the music, so how much? Tell me how many times you not win before? Last year. Since that time you want to say you stop playing. Okay, how many times you play the money? 5 times. How much you spend? 1,000. Congratulations, you won 20,000. All right, come on. Music, come on. Thank you. Congratulations. So that's it. Mohammed Kamara has won 20,000. Name for processing. You two can be the next winner here. So let me see. Star 799, star 70 hash, star 799, star 70 hash. Cool. Star 799, star 70 hash. Freedom 7.9. So shortly we are going to do our next conversation. And the way I like to start that, go back to people where they go. Tell you what has happened in terms of these things. Okay, go back to this story. Because these are not new phenomena. You see the Tomeha to be specific. Tomeha and the University of Nigeria. Anybody who has been around for long or has been reading history will know that the students from these two institutes, very reputable institutions like Nigeria, always these kinds of situations. Successive governments and heads of police have always encountered them. So it is a known fact. It's something that's agitation, advocating for the right, just benefit, the weapon, blah blah blah, all these things. So it has always happened, and it can be when somehow or you or coming other all along in history, it can be very, very concerning. So the Doe government, the Taylor government, the Ellen government, the Buya government, the Waka, now the Waka government, President government. In fact, the Buya government, the student went as far as blocking President Convo. Imagine that. Yeah. At that time, there were these grouping guys and so for the children did that. Well, not easy that. People expected that. Blow, West, President, SSR. Almost came down for it. But you know, security people get a own way of evaluating situation, so and so. Really hard. You know, all of that. So, but they were able to amicably deal with that. With no tear gas, with no bullet. The children said what they want to say. The left, the president went by his business. That was it. And the time I'm talking about was 2019. Those who are in power now, I'm going to read some of their comments then and their view about the students' action, the teachers' salary, and everything. And then we will then come to how, now that they're in action, they responded to that. To put you in a position to understand exactly who they truly are. Right? Then you will make your own judgment before we make our own. What do we think about what happened? So first we begin with the man, Teacher Lai. Right? Teacher Lai took the picture of the students in 2019, October 15, 2019, right before the Foreign Affairs Office there. You see the police are standing there. In fact, they're not riot police. In 2019, we did not see riot police. If you check the photos, right? Most of the police officers are regular traffic and patrol police people you saw there. Basically, just to make sure things are in order, the children, and, you know, that's it. That's how it was. They don't then use that as an opportunity to sow seed of what? Deception, lies, and painted a picture of dooms. October 15, Dylan posted, said, I vehemently condemn the brutality against our students today. They demonstrated today simply in their desire to gain an education in preparation of their future. We owe it to them. We must resolve their issue rather than tear gas them. This was Darius Dillon, 2019. Yeah, please go check on Dillon page because for me, he blocked me. He's so intolerant. He must say, I'm an old friend. This one, we get it now. Right? Yeah, go check there and see whether Dillon was able to write the same thing about the student yesterday. I'll play you the videos where they're being tear gas. So nobody will lie say they were not tear gas. Right? This is it. Then the TDK generator man, mon boy, Patrick Horner, the illegal LTA commissioners, right? The man wrote on the same, but that was in June. He did this in June. He said the students who are now political prisoners will one day remind those who jailed them and Liberians at large about how they endure painful moments even as students while fighting for their rights to be heard, like Ezekiel Pajibo, Arthur S. Massacre, Dusty Wolokoli, and others are today. They too are part of history. Their story will be told. Don't envy them when that time comes. Don't jealous them if you did not hear their story. They are where they are because of us all. Even beyond the prison walls, I can still hear their voices crying for justice. Viva students, viva. Yesterday, there were scores of students arbitrarily arrested, kids, teenagers, arbitrarily arrested in their uniform, beaten with baton, and placed behind rusty police cells. Yesterday, and that is happening when Patrick Horner is seated at LTA collecting $3,000 and change to put fuel in his generator home. And the students too are making history using his own words. Liberia. Are we a country in progress or in retrogression, reverse? It seemed to me we're in reverse, because when people like this, after saying these, when they come in for now, when they're in power, you'll see them acting different from what they criticized and wrote all these beautiful literatures about. Robert Wilmot Pade, Monsieur, who passes around as one student general and went on the AMU campus, manipulating the minds of students, thinking that you're some kind of revolutionary, and lying and lying and lying, and what? Indoctrinating the kids into anti-state action. And he said he was some kind of lecturer there. But how? He was here. Where is he now? He wrote this, June 12, 2019. Students bundled to prison, perceived enemies, viciously pursued, distance abominable, yet you calling for dialogue, deception. So you see how they cleverly chose their diction, and you see them. So you saw them like some kind of campaigners for human rights, human dignity. No, they were campaigning for power, greedy gods, thieves and criminals. That's why I call them idiots. That's who they are. Stephen Johnson, now comfortably seated where? At the LAA, right? Airport Authority or Aviation Authority, wrote this. Students seen fleeing the scene as police unleashed tear gas in an attempt to disperse a peaceful protest by students, mostly under 18 years of age, from public schools. The students were protesting against the closure of schools due to unpaid salaries to striking teachers. Folks, the same thing in history happened yesterday. The same underage students were out there because their teachers were on strike for not being paid for 6 months by the Unity Party, Buakai, Delon, Patrick Horner, Robert Pade, Stephen Johnson government. Where are their advocacies? Where are their advocacies? And beyond the individual position, they elevated it to a party position, a political party, national political party position. The United Party came after 12 years of state lootings and plunders, and all these shameless idiots still had the guts to be speaking morals and talking about good governance and, of course, human rights and all that. Yet, but we accepted, and they came. What did they say? United Party in solidarity. We believe that the government needs to take seriously the more important issues of education. That was United Party when the MCSS students protested during the WIA regime. This is the United Party comment. We believe that the government needs to take seriously the more important issues of education, healthcare, and the livelihood of the people, rather than engaging in suppressing free speech and freedom of the press. But today they are there, they are suppressing us. They're denying us contracts that we are qualified and can perform and deliver. They're telling businesses not to do business with Freedom FM anymore. That is suppression of the press. They are in power. United Party is doing that to us. They have cut our contracts. Not because we did not perform on those contracts. They're threatening businesses that will do business with us. They're threatening companies that will do business with us because they want to suppress and strangulate us. They want to kill our voice. This is the United Party, but this is the United Party that wrote this nonsense. And they said they were talking for the people. Furthermore, the former ruling United Party, in a statement signed by its Secretary General Mo Ali, folks, Librarians, are you listening? Signed by whom? Mo Ali said, the party stands in solidarity with the protesting MCSS students, demanding their teachers to be paid their earned salaries. We call on, quote, we call on the government to take every step necessary to ensure that teachers' salaries are paid on time to avert future break in teaching activities at public schools. We as a people cannot continue to downplay the importance of education and expect our country to graduate from the poverty ladder. There must be aggressive and deliberate actions to ensure that the education sector is improved. Quotation closes. This was Mo Ali. This was Mo Ali's statement as Secretary General of the Unity Party in opposition. The same student. So where is the deliberate, aggressive action to improve education on them? 16 months, and you have one a credential bankrupt Jasso sits there, uses family patronage, and got appointed when Dillon had to lobby for her. Dillon sat on confirmation hearing and confessed the family ties and relationship and how it influenced. Just so you did not get that job on merit. So you have been there for over a year. What have you done? Nothing. And you open your mouth, you're talking about, say, opposition or the CDC. That the CDC take the teacher's salary from them. They your scapegoating you can be on. You're only on the scapegoating, you'll lose sight on what you need to deliver. Librarians, you have to send a message to these people that nonsense of always mentioning the CDC to justify their failure. The people are using that to appease you. You have to make it known to them that is not a welcoming appeasement strategy. The government must appease you with alternative solutions. But now when they blunder, an education minister that over a year, even the president delivered his SONA, he could not say a thing about any improvement in the education sector. Right? He could not say a thing about improvement in the education sector. Shameless education minister. Shameless education minister. Fail. Right? And this is where we are. Jasso Jala sits there as the in-law to Senator Darius Dillon, the people who work on employment listing in this country. She has been there, and there has been no improvement since she took over the Ministry of Education. Tuition and fees have doubled across public and private schools in the country under her watch. Parents complain and cry. Graduation fees have quadrupled. Schools are charging at will, increasing hardship on the people. Jasso cares less. Her children are in America going to school there. And so when genuine costs are embarked upon, they use CDC. Right? To scapegoat. This is bad. So the reality is coming home now. The reality is coming home now. And and stuff. I mean, save the librarian people, all that you and CDC thing, right? do what he promised, rescue. The education system is breaking down. You are not doing anything special or different. You're tear gassing innocent children. You're tear gassing them. Listen to this. Listen to this, folks. This is the Bracca police.
So what happened to police anyway? They stop us today and they're fucking and they tell us to be fair to us.
See how the police is dragging this brother under the very big car. See, and let see them.
So what happened to police anyway? They stop us today and they're fucking and they tell us to be fair to us.
Right? Where is the Dillon? Where's the Moali? See this. The tear gas the young man nearly to death. We do not know what happened with him actually, but see, beat the kids with battle.
Seriously, running down.
Where is Robert Patter? Where is Moali? Where is Patrick Horner? Where are they? Where is Bracca and the Unity Party? Where is the statement we're seeing condemning the action of the police, their police, under their instruction? Gregor Kumo is doing this. But these were the civil rights advocates yesterday. What has happened? And they have chosen to be silent. Here's the check. I see the smoke.
Smoke. These are tear gas that have been fired. And as we speak to you, the police has entered into the main compound of the University of Liberia. This is Africa Media. My name is. We see them entering the compound of the university.
So the police enter the university campus. When they're in fact, they put the student there. There were classes on yesterday.
Also stationed here.
They started firing tear gas in the University of Liberia campus. So if you're asking how Soup and Posa got involved, this is it.
And the student, just right between the Capitol building and the University of Liberia. So we got to be careful. What you hear, the sounds you are hearing is the firing of tear gas. And we see the police moving slowly towards the main entrance of the University of Liberia.
Every law enforcement practitioner, senior law enforcement practitioner in this country that I've spoken to since yesterday when this thing happened told me that the action of the police was completely harsh, unnecessary, unprovoked. It would have been done differently. It could and should have been done differently. But that is not the instruction they're getting. So this police is getting a whole different instruction that's different from reasonable policing, democratic policing. Why are they treating this today? But the very people are keeping quiet. So where is
between the police and the students, just right between the Capitol building and the University of Liberia. So we've got to be careful.
This one happened yesterday in Bracca, Liberia.
What you hear, the sound you are hearing is the firing of tear gas. And we see the police moving slowly towards the main entrance of the University of Liberia.
The scene yesterday was almost like, the Bombing Hill thing when the rebels entered Bombing Hill and how the whole place was looking. Peaceful students, teenagers met with stiff police, brutal reaction, tear gas, random summary arrest, incarceration, put them in stink and dirty, unhygienic cells, subjected them to psychological torture. Teenagers, this is abuse. This is a clear-cut human rights abuse. And the world is listening to us. We're saying these are the ways. This is exactly what is happening in the country now. Our rights. There's no right in Liberia anymore. Anybody can just grab. I mean, so for us, people like us are talking loud. They're only waiting for the opportunity. So our fate, we know our fate. It is scary living in Liberia and being critical. It is scary. It's dangerously scary. I mean, people who have got no stake, innocent teenagers, passionate about their education, acting in solidarity with their instructors, somebody partition. You guys are all there buying $50,000 car, and all these things, right? So this is how Boakai. See how peaceful the students were. They were marching, asking the rescue government that they want land. Basically, all we want land. Rescue government, we want land. And that's the crime. Gregory Coleman fell. The people were calling the government name. He asked his people to tear gas them. Oh, the thing on video. It's on video. Those are teenagers. Look at their faces. They were marching, coming. And when they came there, the police were searching for them. Say, "Oh, wait, let them come close." Protests. Exercising their rights as guaranteed under Article 17. And they were also exercising their right as guaranteed their right to education under Article 6 of the Constitution. Government has failed on its promises. The government is failing the people every day. They're filling the hopes and aspiration of not only us, but the next generation. Because if you fail to support and sponsor education, right, you're filling the future. So you are filling the present and filling the future of the country. And you think that any joke? This is dangerous. And it is not happening because there is no money in the country. No, there is money in the country. Demonstrated about the decisions and the actions the government is taking. How do we know so? How do we know so? Demonstrated by the decisions and the actions that the government is taking, right? It's indicative that there is money in the country. When you have a president who appoints more than 10 to 15 advisors to himself and pay them thousands of dollars and buy them luxurious vehicles and put them in it, right? Let me see what Brother Mountain shared on yesterday. So why does President Boakai need more than 10 advisors when he is still spending over US $4 million on consultancy and special services? No money to pay MCSS teachers for 6 months, but the president spends in the budget $4 million on consultancy and special services. Aside from that, what does consultants do? They provide technical express advices to the system, right? And you have that. The president still hires more than 15 to 20 advisors to himself just to advise the president. And paying them thousands, giving them scratch card, gasoline, and buying them vehicles, tickets to travel. When MCSS schools do not have benches, the teachers cannot be paid. How much? So much. The salaries of the teachers, 150, 125, some of them 100. You can pay, but one president in the country has more than 15 advisors. Yes, still, that same president has $4 million to $5 million in the budget for people to come and gain consultancy advices. But no money in the country. Teachers are laying down their trucks. Nurses will be coming out soon. Right? So Martin said, read this with open mind. Forget about whatever partisan thing. Because he himself was, I don't know whether he still remains, but was Rescue Rambo. I don't know what he has turned to now, but let's assume he still Rescue Rambo. Liberia has enough to cater for its citizenry, including civil servants, but public waste is in green. In this Baka government, there's wastage everywhere. And what did Baka promise? Baka promised a small, modest government in 2023. So we'll make the government small and efficient. I think I'll have to look for that recording. We'll run a small and efficient government. That's how you say where there used to be 100, they put 300, will take all of them from there. Not knowing he was going to take them from there and bring his own people and even add the payroll up. Go to MCC, go to other public SOEs. A modest government has turned to what? A family tree. Everybody hanging on it. A modest government does not spend over 40 million on luxurious cars. 40 million. Like those of you who were criticizing the students yesterday, sit down and think. Maybe you say, oh, you know, the country had everything not happening. This government you support in 1 year time is spending $40 million to buy new cars for who? A select few that in government. Baka and his colleagues and his friends that he appointed as advisors, all of them have brand new cars. You think it's fair? You want to try and go to school, no teacher that is supposed to take WAEC, right? The government spends all the country money on their self-pleasure. You think it's fair? You really think this is how a country and the country is running normal? You really think so? $40 million is no joke. Fee for cars and maintenance for so-called big shocks from the 2024-2025 budget, while tens of thousands of civil servants are earning non-living wage of US $150, like I told you. Government may be more. Can live up to it. The very president may be more. They try and reference all the two of them comments yesterday. When it may be more, we'll pay your teacher, we'll do this, blah, blah, I can pay. Beginning January, we increase everybody's salary. Nobody will make less than 150. After making B money, she can't talk. Right now, you know, you see. Kafon said looking for a here now. Myers is giving him tough in the ministry. That Myers got our deputy minister for administration. The Jeremiah Kun and Prince Johnson, man. Oh, not small thing in the Ministry of Finance. Well, ain't that you? Oh, the time we know. Public school teachers are on a go slow. Thousands of them are not on payroll, but over $4 million is being spent on consultancy and special services by just a single agency of government, the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs. You think it's fair? Listen, this is coming from Rescue Rambo. For those of you that say now, Some of y'all can I don't even know Liberian people. I don't know what you're whole day you're defending. Yeah, they all here. Damn. Sometimes you can feel sick when you sit in taxi or you sit in public places. You know, it's not coming in your path. Nothing. All these people, you know where they're sending their children? To Sabo E. To the Turkish Light School. I don't know where he has transitioned to all the big schools. You know how much they're paying for their children there? Now, even protests happening, the people have security system, they have technology where they assign the whatever system to their parents' phones. And if there's danger, they get alerted. Do you have a no vulnerable? The children toilet say you go there, they're taking diseases from there, they're taking infections from public schools. What the president, just the president office, the president alone spends $4 million for people to be giving advice and providing special services. EPA officers providing security for the president can get paid on time. When you get shit, they got to go to Michigan find out they sign someone on a form for them to credit them in advance. Or they go somewhere, they credit them in advance. You're think a joke? Students are protesting. Thousands of public health workers, including volunteers, doctors, are not just underpaid, but they are also not on payroll and they have not received paid. Wabaka as president. 16 months later, rescue people, where are you? You dance in purple water to put our country in hell. This is living hell. God said in the scriptures that it will be the hereafter. But when we start to experience hell before the hereafter, then what's our life going to be? Then maybe we should do a resolution appealing to God to suspend whatever for those that are supposed to go to hell. Just do some kind of big resolution of appeal to the because in Liberia, on a Baka is hell all by itself. So then you go in the hereafter, you go in hell again. That's double trouble. If life wasn't good for you, you live under a narcissist, an old fuel dictator who steals and amass public resources to the benefit of him and his cronies. You leave from here, you go hell. Damn. Now, the brother breaks it down. Senior presidential advisors, Buju Ben Keita, my own uncle, legal advisor, employee, Samuel Kofi Wu, security advisor, Magdala Kopo, political advisor. You're one president. All these people, fat salaries, big luxurious cars, gasoline, travel per diems and tickets, VIPs and private jets and then business class. Teachers can't get their pay. Students are in the street and you instruct your police to tear gas them. Right? Augustine Corner used to be there at the AME graduate school, dragging your phone behind, talking politics and teaching. And something. Go sit down there. Wastes, public waste. All people who misuse their life and everything that they work for in their old age, when they sort of be in retirement, stay leeching on the state, and they won't be speaking more nonsense or irresponsible, useless set of people. What kind of country is this? Sir Johnny, economic advisor. Mole P. Kamara, economic advisor. Man won't get two economic, it's not easy. Stay the economy not fun. The president won't get two economic advisor. Abraham, stay the economy not correct. Hey, the bugger really hard to learn. You won't get two economic advisors. Stay, folks. This is serious. George Wallace, my own prof, advisor on foreign affairs. Charles Snetter, ambassador / advisory or the organ James L. Kiewan, youth advisor. Several ambassadors aligned. I want to implement this. There's several ambassadors aligned. They get there. They're business manager. Public waste. C, consultancy. In fiscal year 2024, the Baka government spends $919,366 United States dollars on consultancy. For those of you that don't see the students' action justified, or the teachers who are just supposed to be paid $150 and the government has failed to pay them, this is what the very government that cannot pay its public school teachers are spending on themselves. This is just the president's office. This is public waste. In 2025, $520,000. Combined 2024-2025, we're talking about $1,439,361. Wow. Country has money, but it's the decision the leaders are making, and it's about them. Special services, fiscal year 2024, $1,109,937. 2025, $1,515,000. Combined total, $2,626,937. But forget about all that one. Forget about all you hear the consultancy and the special services on celebration and commemoration. Fiscal year, just to celebrate and merry and drink champagne and wine and dine. 2024, $901,414. 2025, $592,556. Combined, $1,493,970 for Baka and his cronies in the executive mansion to wine and dine. And teachers don't have their pay, no armchairs in the MCSS schools, and police are tear gassing the kids in the school, in the streets. For food and catering, $124,000, combined $239,000. Folks, let's go to the phone lines, and you come down and tell me, say, no money, the government got a priority, blah, blah, blah. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104. So as a journalist, I like to condemn the action of the police. It was reckless, it was undemocratic, and of course, it was unnecessary. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu.
Good morning. You're live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Yeto Brian calling from Kawa.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. You're live.
Yeah, Abu, I said it right on the show when Kika was talking about us 24 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't even go 24 hours, and you heard me yesterday, right?
Sure.
That the government is wicked. That the reason why 24 hours right is very impossible to us. You saw what happened to the children, the babies.
But we have to condemn them. We have to condemn them. They are the government for us, so we have to condemn them seriously. We have to tell them what they're doing is a BS. Thank you very much. Good morning, David King.
Yeah, good morning, Abu, and let me say good morning to the many listeners on the radio this morning. Abu, let me get retrospect on 2019. In 2019, the very NCSS school system that are demonstrating today, they have been flogged and wounded, some incarcerated. I can remember at the Foreign Ministry office of President Weah at the time, the very student lied down before the president convoy and stopped the convoy. But what did President Weah do at the time? He got down from his car and walked to them and asked them what was the issue. He took the leader upstairs with him, and that issue was resolved.
Exactly.
For that day until President Weah turned it into an end.
Mm-hmm.
There were no protests. There were no tear gathering of students. But because Mr. Bwaka, he's very much insensitive to the plight of the Liberian people, all he does is to carry on violence against. And this is the reason why we as a parent, we have to rise up with our children and make them all hand to understand that Liberia does not belong to he and the United Party.
Okay, Liberia does not belong to him and the United Party. Time is of essence. Ma Helena, let's hear you.
Good morning, Abu.
Good morning.
Abu, the whole thing here, I don't even know. George, we had time when your children went to protest. George, we are not doing it this, that the way they're doing it. Brother's son, every one of them went to protest. They were behind the students, MCSS. Even the other big protests where they had June 7. All of them were there. But we ain't doing that. Look how they did the children. Even when the children say they're not for we are, and they don't want food the children. Today, look how they do our children. Suppose the children were among them, and no police, that the police been there. I know it needs that.
The good thing that happened yesterday, the children ran away, they never came back. Because it was good.
Yeah,
I was so excited when the children left. That was fun.
Yeah.
Because these guys who have likely opened fire on them.
Yes. You can't think on your children because of money. The money what would die and live. Because of it, you treating your friend children like that. You say you want to take care of us. That is taking care of us here now today. You killing our children. We are vessel. We the mothers. We vessel. Oh, our children. We see our children like that. Yes, sir. Why can't they stop this thing they're doing? Now, what can bring war in the country? Look how they did the children. Look how they wound the children. They get money. I just say they get money. If they don't have money, you're not going to be traveling all around with people. They got money. You saw what I did yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
You saw it with those children? Children ran and they followed the children. The police people said some of the children in MCSS, but they won't kill. Well, go above. Thank you.
Thank you very kindly. It gets emotional, and of course, these things are troubling, and they are not good for the country. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to Freedom FM Assembly, and good morning to my peace loving people of the Republic of Nigeria.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Lee Studio. By the way, the introduction of the pastor is I do join this conversation this morning for my peaceful residents to be better transport community with Team District number 10, relatively old. Thank you very much for the topic on the discussion. Let me make intros on the incident yesterday between the MTS students and that of government of the Republic of Liberia. The government needs to double down their efforts. The government needs to do the best thing. Today, the government are in power.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I have to hold you. Let me squeeze Honorable Akara Moses Gray. Honorable Gray, I'm sure you want to contribute on the conversation.
Yeah, basically, Abu, good morning.
Good morning, Chief.
Yeah, I just joined your station and I want to say good morning to the Freedom FM family. I basically, look, I just want to say a few things quickly. President Boakai has failed the people of Liberia. This leadership will do nothing to seek the welfare of the Liberian people. President Boakai, in one of his campaign statements, was very emphatic that within 3 months, no kid will be on the street selling. They have to be in school. What are the schools that most of these kids will go to? The very government schools. If President Boakai, who these parents and these kids got in that rain, that faithful money into feces water, quote unquote, in Liberia, called Pupu water, at the 80s, remember that day?
Sunday morning.
To make him president of the Republic of Liberia, hoping that there will be a date of redemption, what they call quote unquote rescue. For you to brutalize these kids who want to ask and pay our teachers who want to go to school. Going to school is not a choice. But any president or any official of government is a matter of must under the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. To brutalize these kids, for the Minister of Education to even say that they are being incited and they will go after those who are inciting them is unfortunate.
And that's the most unfortunate part about it.
Yeah. The minister's statement was reckless, irresponsible, and insensitive. Reckless, let me repeat. Irresponsible and insensitive to the plight of the parents of this country, especially who have their children. Look, I remember when I was a lawmaker and was teaching at GWGC and demonstration, Tubman High School. I recall vividly
the situation and condition that I even had to renovate a greater portion of Tubman High School, almost 11,000 United States dollars.
Okay.
So I'm a stakeholder in the process. I'm not just somebody who talking because I want to talk. I remember when I took President Weah on the campus of the University of Liberia, University students were protesting because of school fees. And he declared free tuition for all public university and colleges. I was on the university campus working on that day. No University of Liberia student pays in activities fee more than $20 US equivalent. This is the cheapest university in the entire Africa. Okay, President Boyka just need to build upon that. We provided free education, free at public schools, tuition free, WAS payment free. For somebody to argue that the Weah-led administration who placed 2,000 teachers, volunteers teachers from early administration, Boyka administration that were not on government payroll, we placed them on payroll and we increased the salary for people to argue insensitivity. But let me quickly conclude on this note.
Please do.
I remember Senator Delon said something important, and today his mouth is shut up. This is what he said when 2019 protests took place. He said, I vehemently condemn the brutality against our students today. They demonstrated today simply in their desire to gain an education in preparation of their future. We owe it to them. We must resolve their issue rather than tear gas them. But today, they have tear gas the students and Senator Delon. Remain shut up. Listen to what Patrick Hanna said. These are top level government officials in 2019.
I think I read most of them. I don't know.
You read these things, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let me just quickly state the students who are now political prisoners will one day remind those who jailed them and Liberians are large about that. Can you imagine? He called students under the Weah-led administration that we have political prisoners, but they just arrested and just yesterday. But let me close on Mo Ali, the then Secretary General of the Unity Party, who is now at LWSC or sycophant, being very sycophantic. Listen, he said, we believe that the government needs to take seriously the more important issues of education, healthcare, and the livelihood of the people rather than engaging in suppressing free speech and freedom of press. Are they not taking into consideration the education of Liberians, the healthcare, and the livelihood of our people when they are taxing our people and pass a clandestine law on the 17th, December 17, 2024, when the Capitol building got burned the next day, and President Boyka signed a law December 20, where the market women beta ball prices will go up, paper prices will go up, dress price will go up, and business commodity.
Let's talk about that law. Let's talk about that law tomorrow morning.
We can talk about that, but I beg you, I've not called on this program for a very long time. Just give me 1 minute of your time, please. I know you have other callers. But I will say this to you, Abu, and say this to all of the parents. If these parents cannot stand up with their children today, I can assure them that our children will remain serving those who have and those who are running this country and those who have the opportunity. No, their children have equal opportunities. Listen, my mother sent me to school. Our parents were selling sold cookies, bread, donut through the streets of Monrovia, Republic of Liberia. Yet our parents fought and sent us to school. Today we are who we are because they stood with us. If these parents now that voted for President Boyka cannot stand with these students, the day the kids are going out, they need to walk with their children and remind President Boyka that we gave you power. You did not give yourself power. Okay, you cannot have your son Jojo, who is roaming the corridor of power, selling the resources of our country, living a better life than our kids here. They need to remind President Boyka. They need to remind Jeremiah Kuhn, who was prevented for going to America for many years and went to America with his children all surrounding him. If it is good for Kuhn, or if it is good for President Boyka's kids, it's also good for the market women kids and the ordinary children. You ask me what I've done. I taught Meha and GW Gibson and impacted knowledge into government school students and also went to Monrovia demonstration at elementary school. Thank you very much, Abu. I really appreciate this.
Thank you very much. We have to do that, a special dispensation for a statesman and, of course, one-time lawmaker of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Akara Moses Gray. Folks, because of time, we can't take calls beyond here. There are a lot of calls. I see my man Pukara, I see Dal, I see my man Slantan Ibrahimovic, I see Dala War, I see all the folks are calling, but we can't just take your calls. We have to go home. But these things are very important conversations that we all need to have continuously. And the former representative, Greg, couldn't just have placed any right. Parents must understand that this is a challenge to the future of your children. This is a challenge to the well-being of your children. Do you want to leave your children here to remain slaves and beggars to these elites? You have to stand for their rights and you have to stand for their education and their future. My name is Abu Sharif. This has been a Wednesday morning presentation of the Freedom Morning Rise of Freedom 87.9. Tomorrow we're going to be here and talking about a new law that Bwaka has signed and entered that's going to see prices increase because the government has increased taxes astronomically. That's going to terribly affect your livelihood. Until we meet tomorrow, do have yourself a wonderful time from the nation's capital. Bye-bye.